Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this another video on the same topic which we were learning in the previous video, single source shortest distance algorithm, and it is also called Dijkstra's algorithm. I have constructed one more weighted undirected graph, and we want to find out shortest distance from one to all vertices. I repeat, from one to all vertices. In the previous video, we saw, this was the previous video, 1 to 6 we saw how to find shortest distance from 1 to 6. If you recall, at the end of the video I said I think I did a mistake. There was no mistake over here. Distance of fourth vertex I was talking about, distance of fourth vertex is 8, and we got that 8 as 1 to 2, okay, then 2 to 5, okay, then 5 to 3, and 3 to 4. You can see 2 plus 2 plus 1, that's 5, 5 plus 3, 8. Okay, fine, but I hope you have understood the entire video and you know how to find shortest distance from 1 to 6. Now we would like to find shortest distance from 1 to all, 1 to all vertices. So what will be the initialization? Whatever is your source, you make d as 0 at that source. So 1 is your source, so distance d, variable d, is 0 and path is null. But all other vertices will have d as infinity and p as null. Now we start processing the first vertex. Now, processing of first vertex means you should initialize a very important variable dc. dc will be equal to d1 because you are processing first vertex, and d1 in this step is 0. You can see that distance at first vertex is 0. Now you see the neighbors of 1. Now the neighbors of 1 are 3. Let's take this neighbor 3. Distance is 9. But you add dc to it, to each distance. But anyway, dc in this step is 0. So then this 9, the distance 9, that is distance between 1 to 3, is compared with d at 3, and observe d at 3 is infinity, it is larger. We got a lesser distance, so we update it to 9, and path p will be set as 1 because distance of third vertex has changed due to vertex 1. We are processing vertex 1, so path is 1. Let's take other neighbor of 1, 1 to 2. Now notice 1 to 2 distance is 12, but we add dc 12 plus 0, that's 12, and we compare this distance 12 with d at vertex 2. Now 12 is much less than infinity, so d gets updated to 12 and path will be 1. Another adjacent vertex of 1 is 5, and distance is 3. 3 is added to dc, which is 0, so that's 3, compared with the distance at fifth vertex, which is infinity. So we got the lesser distance, we will update it to 3, and path is 1. Okay, so these are the changes which have occurred in the first vertex process, and we have seen all the neighbors of 1. Now vertex 1 is out, and vertex 1 should not be considered in any other process. Now in the remaining vertices 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can see that vertex 5 is having least value of d. Vertex 5 is having d as 3. So we are going to process the fifth vertex. I am ticking the fifth vertex to indicate that it is getting processed. But don't forget, whenever you take any new vertex for processing, you should update the dc. And dc in this step will be distance of fifth vertex. Distance of fifth vertex is 3, so dc is 3. Now to any distance, you should add that dc value and then compare the added distance with the value of d. Understand it, why dc is 3? Why is dc 3? See, we were at vertex 1, we were at our home, and from home we have come to vertex 5, isn't it? Now we are at vertex 5 and we will be going elsewhere to some other vertices from vertex 5. But what is the distance that we have already traveled from 1? From 1, when we came to 5, we have already traveled a distance of 3. So if we are going from 5 to other vertices, we should add that 3. because in this problem we are not interested in direct distances between the two vertices. We are interested in cumulative distance, the distance from the source to any vertex. Okay, let's see the neighbors of phi. Phi to 2, you can check. This is a neighbor and 2 is not visited. So you can go to 2 and check the distance. Distance is 6. But you add this 6 to the DC and DC is 3. So the total distance is 9. You will agree that distance of second vertex is 9, not 6. Because 9 is nothing but that 3 which was 1 to 5 added with 6. Okay, so the total distance is 9 and this 9 is compared with D at 12. Observe D at 2, I am sorry. Observe distance at second vertex is 12 and 9 is much less than that. So we will update the distance at the second vertex. Distance at the second vertex becomes 9 and the path will get updated, isn't it? Now, due to which vertex has this distance changed? It is due to fifth vertex because we were processing fifth vertex. So P will be phi. Okay, let's see the other neighbor of phi. Other neighbor of phi is 3, isn't it? 3 is the neighbor of phi. Check the distance. Distance is 2. And add DC, that's phi. But phi is less than 9. D at 3, so update it. And path will become phi. I guess you have followed it. So path now at the third vertex is from fifth vertex. So P is phi. Another neighbor of phi is 4. And the distance is 4. Add DC, that is 7. And D is infinity at 4. So it gets updated to 7 and path gets updated to phi. Another neighbor is 6. Sixth neighbor is at distance 6. Add DC, that is 3. Total distance is 9. So update D as 9 and path is updated as phi. And that's it. Fifth vertex is now completely processed. So fifth vertex should not be considered in any other process. Now let's analyze what's going on actually. We were asked to find shortest distance from vertex 1 to all other vertices. Now do you know that you have already found one answer? The answer is shortest distance from 1 to phi. I repeat, you have already found shortest distance from 1 to phi. You found it when you actually said that you will process fifth vertex because fifth vertex was at shortest distance. So what is the shortest distance from 1 to phi? It is 3. And do you agree this distance will never change now? Because we will never go to fifth vertex. Fifth vertex is out of the graph. That means we have finalized that the shortest distance from 1 to phi is 3. One answer is found, isn't it? Let's see which vertex shall we now process. Among 2, 3, 4, 6, these are the vertices remaining 2, 3, 4, 6, correct? And I think that third vertex is at shortest distance. See the D at 3, D at third vertex is 5, which is shortest among all the remaining vertices. So we are going to process third vertex. Don't forget to update DC. Now DC is going to be D3, isn't it? Distance at third vertex and distance of third vertex is phi again. Okay, so we are going to now look at the third vertex. See the neighbors of 3. 1 is neighbor, but don't go there. It is visited. 5 is neighbor, but don't go there. It is also visited. There is one neighbor, 3 to 4. Observe the distance 3 to 4. Direct distance is 1, but we will add 5 to it, DC. So the total distance is 6. And this 6 total distance will be compared with D at 5, which is 7. So we got a lesser distance. We'll update it to 6. And path which was fifth vertex will now be updated to third vertex. P is 3. Done. All the neighbors of 3 are done. No more neighbors now. Now which vertex shall we process? By the way, have you seen that we have found one more answer? Yes, we have found shortest distance from 1 to 3. The shortest distance from 1 to 3 is phi. Check this. It is phi. And you all agree that this distance will never improve now because we are never going to touch third vertex. So distance as third vertex is finalized and we have found one answer. Now among the remaining vertices 2, 6 and 4, 6 is the sorry 4th is the shortest, isn't it? Because distance of the fourth vertex is merely 6. So we will process the fourth vertex now. Okay, let's update DC for the fourth vertex is D4, and distance of the fourth vertex, as you see, D is 6. So DC is 6. Now let's see the neighbors of 4. 3 is a neighbor, but we won't go there. 5 is a neighbor, but we will not consider 5. They both are processed. But 4 to 6, you observe, we can consider 6. It is not visited. So 4 to 6, distance is 2. Add 6 to it, DC. Total distance is 8. Oh, good lord. D is standing at D equal to 9. Sixth vertex is standing at D equal to 9, and we got an improved distance 8. So the path over here will change from fifth vertex to fourth vertex. And that's it. We have completely visited fourth vertex now. Now among the remaining two vertices, that is second and sixth. Sixth is the shortest. Okay, because the distance of 6 is 8 and distance of second vertex is 9. D is 9 over there. So we should process sixth vertex. But do you know we have found one more answer? Shortest distance from 1 to 4 is now found because 4 is completely processed. We are never going to improve D at 4, and we have finalized shortest distance from 1 to 4 is 6. So what happens when we process sixth vertex now? Let's update DC. DC will be D6, and D6 as you see is 8. Among all the neighbors, only 2 can be considered, neighbor 2, because 2 is not yet visited. But you check the distance is 15. 15 is added to 8, and that's very large as compared to distance 9. And we want shorter distance. So second vertex is already sitting at lesser distance. Why will you update it? So no change done in this case. So we have processed the sixth vertex. And we have found one more answer. Shortest distance from 1 to 6 is merely 8, because this distance will never improve. And now only vertex 2 remains, but there is no sense in processing it, because if you process second vertex, well, all other vertices are already visited. So we got all the answers. So what is the shortest distance from 1 to 1? It is 0. How do you get that? D1, which is 0. What is the shortest distance from 1 to 2? It is D2, distance of second vertex. You can see it is 9. It will be interesting to see how you got that 9. See this. Distance of 1 to 2 is 9. How we are claiming it is 9? It is you go from 1 to 5 and then you go from 5 to 2. This will give you better distance of 9 rather than 12, isn't it? There was a direct edge from 1 to 2, which was having a distance of 12. But if you go via 5, you will get improved distance. Okay, what is the distance from 1 to 3? It is D3, and D3 is 5. Similarly, distance of 1 to 4 is D4, which is 6. And no rule here, but you watch, distance of 1 to 5 is 3, that is D5. D5 is 3, correct? And distance of 1 to 6 is 8. That's how we have found shortest distance from 1 to all vertices. I hope you are getting used to Dijkstra's algorithm and how sound and how correct is Dijkstra while finding shortest distance. Now, why is this known as single source shortest path? Because we have only one source, isn't it? Like in the earlier problem, we had 1 to 6, shortest distance from 1 to 6. So source was 1. And then in this problem, we have shortest distance from 1 to all. So still we have single source, that is source is 1. We have an algorithm coming up later, which is all pair shortest path. All pair shortest path. Where we will find shortest distance from every vertex to every other vertex. Then it won't be single source, isn't it? Because all are source and all are destinations. That's why this this problem is having this word single source. I guess you have followed. Thank you very much.